Language Link is now going to share with you Module 2. The main contents of this module are aligning your personal and organizational purpose, create an inspirational vision, develop meaningful values to guide decision making, define your unique selling proposition, ensure your solution is the best match for your customers, and specify your market space. What is social enterprise? It is a business model that puts the interests of people and planet before shareholder gain. The contents of the module, links, videos, exercises, and games aim to create a starting point to be used within participatory and creative meetings that we believe will be useful to all those who want to deepen the topic of the social enterprise. One thing is certain, when you're a social entrepreneur, every month will be different from the last. You're on a constant learning curve, whether your organization's starting, scaling, or shrinking. You feel like your to-do list is toppling over with tasks you'd never had experience of tackling before. It can feel overwhelming. You need shortcuts to access the knowledge you need. Hopefully, the modules will be a helpful starter. You must have a structure for your day-to-day when you're growing a social enterprise. Are you on track with your vision? What is the most important next step? And what support do you need to achieve it? Why did you put off a certain task? What would improve your work-life balance? Book in a slot each month in your diary and do it. Be brave. Now, Section 1, Unit 1. Share, learn, inspire. Explore the diverse world of social enterprise. Focus on the use of imagination or original ideas to create something inventiveness. Each space is important. Each space is interesting. Each space would work well within a women in social enterprise context. The spaces are all very much connected. How do I pick the right ones or the best ones? Are any of the spaces going to be more beneficial than others? Well, they all have merit. Start by identifying the channel that best supports the targeted business objectives, and then take these 4 steps to optimize your channel strategy. Focus on strategy, challenges, channels, and roles. The characteristics of a social enterprise should be: have a clear social and environmental mission set out in their governing documents, generate the majority of their income through trade, reinvest the majority of their profits, be autonomous, be majority controlled in the interests of the social mission, be accountable and transparent. The social enterprise community agrees that the primary aim of all social enterprises must be a social or environmental one. While we believe accountable structures are desirable, we recognize that there are many different ways in which organizations can protect their social mission. Social enterprises that are part of the cooperative movement are accountable to their members, consumers, staff, or community members. Other social enterprises take a more traditional company structure with a board of directors that are legally accountable for the organization's social mission as well as its financial structure. Section 1, Unit 2. connection between individual and organizational purpose. Evaluate your social enterprise idea in the communication process. Keyword: harmonization of personalize. Organizational purpose is broad and may not connect immediately with the work you do every day. Your deeper individual purpose may also be too broad to connect to the context of daily work. So you have your organizational purpose in one corner and your personal purpose in another corner. Social entrepreneurs and social change. Tracing impacts of social entrepreneurship through ideas, structures, and practices. Cloud computing is a relatively new computing paradigm and opens up possibilities to build new inter-organizational business configurations. Small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are often neglecting the opportunities and potentials that inter-organizational collaboration in the context of cloud computing can offer them. The design, science, research artifacts presented in this paper are useful for decision makers and allow SMEs and startups to extract and analyze alternative inter-organizational collaboration scenarios. Connection between individual and organizational purpose. Evaluate your social enterprise idea. Keywords: branding for social enterprises. Because of a social enterprise's relatively unusual nature, you need to get actively involved into the branding process. Each branding project is as unique as it is important. Be there from the very beginning and have an active role in the brand model from the very beginning. Focus on cultural identity is a ubiquitous concept in intercultural communication. Social enterprises stand for long-standing inclusive growth and democratization of the economic and social spheres, and they have proved resilient to economic adversity. Keywords: branding for social enterprises. Over the last years, several new initiatives and funding opportunities have been established, including new models, platforms aimed at increasing the availability of capital for social enterprises in Europe. Section 1, Unit 3, Connecting I can to we can. Design your social enterprise model. Measure social impact. Keyword: yes, we can. How can you encourage more women to work in social enterprise? Section 2. Create an inspirational vision and channel. Section 2, Unit 1. Inspirational vision, inspiration, and innovation. Connect people, carry a message. Do you emphasize this is your social enterprise journey? Follow your heart are more inspiration and resources. The diversity of business sectors in which social enterprises operate is matched by the diversity of social needs. They are set up to meet. Some have a particular geographic focus, aiming to improve the life of a particular community. Some work with specific groups, young people, old people, homeless people, or those leaving prison. Emphasize what social enterprise is, not what it isn't. One of the interesting dialogues we often have among our team and clients is this notion of embracing what makes the venture different. Instead of saying we're not corporate or we're not for profit, we work hard to get them to articulate why do we exist. Connect and communicate. It's really about being able to connect mission, values, quality, and effectiveness, and not hesitating to communicate the good work delivered. Communicating the good work carries a commitment to advocacy for the social venture as an entity, as well as the brand relationship among the consumers and the cause or causes it's working toward in addition to being successful. Monitoring and evaluation is crucial for accountability, funding, planning, the next steps for your social enterprise. Focus on delivering challenges and business needs. What are the tools and techniques that social enterprises can use to monitor and evaluate their organizations? Section 2, Unit 2. Connecting between individuals and evaluate what you can do. Have a dream. Now put it into practice. Be flexible and open. Be flexible and open-minded. Be flexible and open-minded. Believe it. Take daily actions. Put a time frame to it. Dream big and vividly. Ignore the naysayers, a person who criticizes, objects to, or opposes something. Share your dream with others. Drop your expectations. Adopt an inevitability. Make room for your big dream. Keep the momentum going. Clarity and commitment. Advantages of a community interest company. 1. A clear commitment to social goals, access to certain forms of finance, limited liability and protection. Familiarity, flexibility of limited company structure, continuity of purpose, quicker to set up, reduced governance requirements, no requirement to choose between strategic control and being paid, a wide range of possible social aims and specific focus on social enterprise. Unit 3. Meaningful values. Be clear about your desired destination. Focus on shared vision that will energize you. Step 1. Be clear about your desired destination. Step 2. Dream big. Step 3. Communicate a strong purpose. Step 4. Set strategic goals. A couple of practical points are worth pointing out. It is easy to mix vision and mission statements up. Your early vision statements. Don't be too obsessed with perfecting your vision and mission statements. Values. Social enterprises, as with most charities and a growing number of commercial organizations, will often have a set of values that act as guiding principles around how a project or organization will operate. Unit 4. The dream could become reality. Focus on dream with your mind, but keep feet on the ground. Earn to believe in yourself. Each space is important. Each space is interesting. Each space would work well with a woman in SE context. The spaces are all very much connected. How do I pick the right ones or the best ones? Are any of the spaces going to be more beneficial within the camp than another? They all have merit. The dream could be a reality. Focus on strategy, challenges, channels, and roles. Enterprise strategy deals with the issues that affect the firm as a whole. It is typically developed at a high level within the firm by the board of directors or the top management team. Understanding enterprise strategy is simple if you familiarize yourself with the basic elements. Let's recap on what is a social enterprise. Social enterprises are led by an economic, social, cultural, or environmental mission consistent with the public or community benefit. Derive a substantial portion of their income from trade. Reinvest most of their profits, surplus, in the fulfillment of their mission. Before you start, you make a map for impact. A searchable map of social enterprises across your regional areas. A database of social enterprises and intermediaries, including the names, contact details, and organizations provided to the department to support its engagement of the sector. And number 3, a report that describes the organizational characteristics, activities, and impacts of social enterprises, including age, size, diversity of management, social purpose, performance measurement, practice, and economic and social impacts. The media loves new non-profits. To succeed, these ventures must adhere to both social goals and stiff financial constraints. Tell your story. Develop some audience personas. Start with social. Get inspiration from competitors. Partner up. Present a consistent brand image. Why your social enterprise needs a cash flow forecast. Keeping a close eye on your business finances and predicting future turnover is crucial for the sustainability of any social enterprise. It is a must for pre-start social entrepreneurs to understand forecasting and manage cash flow. Focus on why your social enterprise needs a cash flow forecast. Keywords, stepping stones. Cash flow forecasting. If you skipped the process of creating a cash flow forecast for your social enterprise, you're not alone. It'll protect employee and supplier payments. It puts you in a business mindset. You'll need to produce when seeking funding. Final note, just like business plans, cash flow forecasts should be living documents. Section 3, Unit 1, Making Decision. Start by identifying the channel that best supports the targeted business objectives, and then take these 4 steps to optimize your channel strategy. Meeting a market window. Uncertainty in the marketplace. Knowledge of your product team. What if you don't do the initiative? What expectations have you set? Do you need to mitigate risks? Do you need more information? Political considerations? How to use value-based decision-making. Follow these steps to implement value-based decision-making. Number 1, identify the critical decisions facing your organization that warrant an extra bit of scrutiny and analysis. 2, determine when these decisions need to be made. 3, determine the information required to make an informed decision. 4, Use the time until the decision needs to be made to gather the information identified in step 3. 5. When you have gathered all of the necessary information, make the decision. Implement the decision as effectively and efficiently as possible. Repeat the decision, making progress regularly. Keyword: no gray areas. Utilize core values such as excellence, integrity, and respect to make the most major decisions. It is a simple yes or no as to whether the decision follows the core values. If it breaches any of the values, it is not a path to follow. Look for an alternate solution or do not take the action. Keep the list of values to between 5 and 7. They need to be memorable to your staff. Create phrases, but not paragraphs. Make these values specific, not generic. Values need to be shared. If it's already stated in your mission, do not repeat it. Focus on core values. Company values, also known as corporate values or core values, are the fundamental beliefs upon which your business and its behavior are based. Unit 3. What are the 5 core values? Values that drive a social entrepreneur to do what he does best. What she does best. Keywords: it all starts with empathy. Social entrepreneurs are people who look at society, identify the big problems, implement innovative solutions that are permanent, and change the fabric of society. What are the 5 big values that drive a social entrepreneur to do what he or she does best? Creativity, passion, leadership, drive, motivation. Why you need to engage your community. The best community engagers asks people what they want before the project starts and allow people to take an active role in designing and delivering it. Here are 4 reasons to do it. Get a variety of perspectives. Your neighborhood is full of amazing people with all sorts of skills and knowledge. Get local help. It doesn't matter how big or small the project is. If it's going to make a difference to your neighborhood, you'll need some help, and that usually means volunteers. Back up funding bids. Most funders and planners will only take a community project seriously if you can prove there is a need for it. Inspire local people. Community engagement isn't just about asking people what they want. It's also a chance to inspire them with new ideas and ways of doing things. Section 3, Unit 4. Taking important steps. Keyword: committing resources, usually following a choice, participative decision-making, procedural justice, organizational commitment, social exchange, social enterprises, participative management. Focus on participation in decision-making. Participation is a process in which decision-making, because of a social enterprise's relatively unusual nature, you need to get actively involved into the branding process. Each branding project is as unique as it is important. Be there from the very beginning and have an active role in the brand model from the very beginning. Focus on sustainability of income and social mission. Social enterprises must not prioritize social aims over viability. It is only by emphasizing the business side of social enterprise that the social mission can be achieved. Too many social enterprises prioritize their social aim over becoming a viable business and achieving financial sustainability. The survival of the fittest determines who lives to trade another day. And a social enterprise, younger ones, this means there is necessity to put the enterprise before the social. And now, put your dream in practice. Thank you.